Domhnall Gleeson, so cool to meet you.
Thank you, you too.
How does an Irish boy end up in a Richard Curtis film?
I don't know. Rhys Ifans is Welsh. He ended up in a Richard Curtis film before. There's been a couple of us at it. I don't know. I got very lucky. I was in Anna Karenina, and I guess they liked what I was doing on that. They're the same producers. And they put me in touch with Richard, and he eventually decided that maybe I might be okay in the film. I got very lucky.
So you're at the stage now where you're not having to audition for parts anymore. Parts are actually
Incorrect.
getting offered to you.
No, I had to audition for that.
Really?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. I had to work very hard to get it, but I was delighted when I did. Yeah, it was a good day.
What's that audition process like? Because that can't feel natural, and you have to be your best. But I'm sure you are dying of nerves on the inside.
Yeah, but I think what you have to do is think about it as two people auditioning each other in a way, because you want to find out if you would work well with them also.
Yeah.
That's what the whole process is, finding out if you would work well together. So if you get on, that's good. If you think similar things about the script, that's good. If you have something to learn from each other, that's good. And at the end of the day, if you feel like you had a nice time in the room with them, that's probably a positive thing. So it's a strange one, but it's kind of necessary, I guess.
Yeah, so you find out you've got the part, and the night before, you've got your first day on set with Richard Curtis, you're about to start in this movie. How do you actually go to sleep? How do you combat the nerves?
You don't really. It was, particularly on this one for some reason, the night before was very restless. We'd had a couple of weeks rehearsal, so I knew that everybody was lovely. But you do worry that you are going to mess up a Richard Curtis film, and it does get difficult to kind of nod off. But yeah, you have to get your sleep, otherwise you won't do a good job. So I'm sure I got about half an hour, and then slept like a log that night once I got home. Yeah.
Not only is it a Richard Curtis film, but it's different to what we're used to seeing you in. It's comedy, and everybody talks about comedy. While everyone thinks it's a lot of fun, it is one of the toughest genres to do, because it's hard to hit your mark and make sure that you're actually making people laugh when you don't have an audience. Yeah,
it's tough, and you can't trust that just because it feels funny on the day that it definitely is funny. But I've done a little bit of comedy before, and I've always ended up being happy with it generally. And not only that, but also if you make Richard laugh, you're in really good shape, because he doesn't laugh easily. Funnily enough, he doesn't find something really makes him laugh unless you really hit it. So when you heard him chuckling behind the monitor or saying, that was great, or I wish I'd thought of that, or that's working really well, you knew you were in a good place, and it gives you a lot of comfort.
You've been in this industry for a while now, and you've
makes me sound so old.
I know, but you've had quite a few jobs, but each job keeps getting bigger and bigger. How are you coping with it? Because with each new job, you do get it's not just about the acting. A lot of people do just, believe it or not, do go into acting just for the acting, not for the fame side of it, not for the celebrity. How do you cope with stuff like this, the junkets, and how do you go, okay, I have to give a little bit of myself, but I don't want to give too much away of myself? How do you find that balance?
Well, if it's about the work, or if it's about stuff that's every day, then that's fine. And then if it's about really personal things, then I just know I'm not going to talk about that, because I'm used to it. Which I know, it's probably frustrating, because in a way sometimes that's what people want to talk about. But I'm not here to sell myself. I'm here to talk about the film, and hopefully people will enjoy it. So I feel like it's okay to say, maybe go and see this one.
Yeah. Having your dad in this industry made it tougher or easier for you to break in, or neither?
Well, I probably wouldn't have got started in it without him, because the way I got an agent was I accepted an award for him on television and then got an agent out of that. So in a way it was easier, but also no one's going to give you a job because of who your father is. That's just a reality. They're not going to risk. It takes like 4 years to get a movie together. No one's going to take 4 years to get a movie together and then just hire because maybe Brendan Gleeson will like me because we hired his son. It doesn't work that way. So you have to get every job for yourself. But what has really helped is that I can ask him for advice about parts and how to go about working, and I've been very, very lucky in that regard.
And you get to work with him. You've got lots coming up. You've got Cavalry.
This is going to be a problem. I can feel it already. This is going to be.
You've got Calvary.
I do.
With your dad, and you've got Frank, that I'm dying to know more about. Very secretive you guys have been with Frank. What's going on?
There's no secret there. Everyone's going to be amazing. It's going to be funny, and Lenny Abrahamson directed it, and that's all people need to know for the moment, I think. It's a good one too, though. I'm very happy with them, and I've been very lucky to work with some exceptional people over the last couple of years.
Well, we look forward to seeing lots more of your stuff. It was a real pleasure.
No, thank you very much.